my point. I don't like the coffee. Anyway, so what we do is I said, if I'm gonna bomb, you're gonna have to get me. They had made one up that was made of metal. I said, give me the metal and the real blade. And she didn't want to do with the real blade. She was like being all funky on me. I said, no, fuck you then. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna block your real blade with a rubber blade. You know, take that and shove it. I don't know if that answers your question. Next question.
Hey, so my question is, last time we met you here, and you were the biggest pussycat ever, so sweet, heart of gold.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Pussycat, I was a pussycat.
Enough that you snuck behind me just to hug this girl here because she was too nervous to come and meet you.
Yeah.
And so it was very, very sweet.
Yeah.
So, my question
What's your question?
a few weeks later, you ended up dying in the show.
Yeah.
And it was so emotional as the audience to watch it. How was it filming that and your connection with Marlon and everything?
I cried. I cried for 12 and a half minutes. I was not, no, I didn't cry at all. But I was like, to be perfectly honest, my first thought after I found out I was going to be killed off was, wow, I never have to wear a little Merle ever again. Oh my God. Because I got to tell you, little Merle was a bitch to wear. Little Merle hurt my nerve in my elbow, and little Merle was all sweaty, and little Merle was like, you know, bitching at me all day long. You know, so little Merle and I didn't get along very well. I got good at little Merle. Little Merle was under control, but little Merle was mean to me. Very true. Very, very true. But I know I did not cry, but I was very sad that my mortgage was going to cry. My mortgage cried a lot after I died off in The Walking Dead. But luckily, a friend of mine called me and said, hey man, I got this little role for you in a thing called Guardians of the Galaxy. And I said, no man, I can't do that little role. You know, he said, why not? Why not? I mean, I know you're on The Walking Dead, but they may give you like a day or two off. I said, guess what? They just killed my ass off. I am yours. So I'm not going to do the little role, but I will do the big role. So hence I got the coolest role in the world, Yandu, and comes out July, August 1st. Comes out August 1st, and I am a very handsome blue alien that likes to enjoy himself doing interesting things. Did that give you any information at all? Not! I love it! Thank you! Next question, let's have another question.
So I really enjoyed you in Walking Dead, but I also enjoyed your role in Days of Thunder.
Yes.
And I heard, and I want to know if it's true, that you prepared for the wheelchair race against Tom Cruise. Is that true?
What happened?
Did you train for that wheelchair race?
Yes, oh yes. Oh, I was sucky with the wheelchair thing. Tom Cruise, he was really good with his wheelchair. He could like flip himself up, and like turn circles, and he could like roll around, and he could like flip himself up on the wheel, back down. He was really good. And I got my wheelchair, and I was like, I ain't too good at this. I don't know how to put myself help me balance myself. I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so I felt really dorky. I felt really like he was going to kick my ass in this race. And so I said to myself, there was lunch coming up. So over lunch, I moved and I wheeled myself down around the corner into this private room. And I closed the door. And I said, okay, why can't I do this stuff? Because I'll tell you why. Because I was afraid. I was afraid if I put myself up, I'd fall back and hit my head or something, and I'd hurt myself. So I'm not doing it. Okay. I'm open. I admit it. I don't like to get hurt. So I said, okay, I've studied Aikido for a long time, and I'm not afraid of this kind of stuff. And so I decided that I was going to treat it as if it was part of my body. And so I took my belt off, and I belted myself to the wheelchair. And then I took my hands, and I grabbed a hold of the wheelchair wheels, and I went like this. Flipped myself in the air, and I landed back on my head. I almost knocked myself out. And then I said to myself, oh, that's not good. So I said, okay, so then I took my head in. And then I flipped again, and I didn't hit my head. And I said, this is good. It's learning real quick. So anyway, once I realized that if I took my head, I'm not going to hit my head, then I wasn't afraid to pick myself up and balance myself. And within 5 minutes, I was balancing myself and turning around in circles and doing all kinds of stuff. So by the time they called me for lunch was over, the scene was ready to go. Tom was out there looking all cool and in his wheelchair, balancing himself and waiting. And they were waiting for me. I made them wait. And so about 5 minutes after they said, come on, we need you now, I rolled around the corner about 40 feet, 50 feet down the hallway, right? And when I rolled around the corner, I rolled around balancing. I rolled around the corner balancing, and I balanced the wheelchair all the way down the hallway. And then Tom was waiting. I came up to Tom, and I guess I spun myself around, popped down on the wheelchair, and I said, I'm ready to go now. That's how I kicked his ass in that wheelchair race. Next question.
I have a personal question.
Yes, okay.
I've heard a rumor.
We're alone here. What do you want to know?
I've heard a rumor that you like My Little Pony, that you might be a brownie, and I was wondering if those rumors are true, which is your favorite pony?
I think the people who are dressing like little ponies are just the cutest little weirdy people I've ever seen. And the little kitty cat people, the meow meow people. And the people who are dressed in the little bears and all this kind of stuff. It's don't you want to take them and squeeze them, throw them up and down, that's so much fun.
So are you denying the rumors?
You know what? There was a little in my hotel. There's a pony in my hotel. I swear, there's a pony club. And when I got to my hotel, I said, no way, there are pony people here? I can't stay in this hotel. Too many pony people. But they're real pony people. I mean, real pony people. They have real ponies. But, they're horses, but they call them ponies because the club started in England, and all the horses are called ponies. Ponies, they call them ponies. No, not little ponies. These are big ponies. Yeah, 17 half in the UK. I didn't know that. So the club is from the UK, but it's an international club, and there are hundreds of people there. Moms, dads, everybody's there with the girls and the kids, and everybody owns ponies. Yeah, so real ponies, not the little pretty little pony. Comic-Cons. I didn't answer your question. I don't know anything about ponies. I don't even know which ponies I like or don't like. I just like the colors. Next question. Little pony person. I see your tail swishing. Next.
Hi, I was wondering, when you were on The Walking Dead, did you have more fun Team Governor or on Team Martin?
Was I what?
Did you have more fun on The Walking Dead being on the Governor's team or on Rick's team?
Who? Me? I wasn't on nobody's team. Merle was on Merle's team. Hell yeah, baby. What's good for Merle is what's good. That's basically it. Yeah, if you like Merle, Merle liked you. Now, if you did what Merle said, Merle really liked you. Next question.
What's up, Mackie? You over here?
What's up? I got you. Go ahead.
Someone wise once said, "I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass and I'm all out of bubblegum." And I was just wondering, with that, do you ever feel like a total badass after you say kill a bunch of zombies or kill a bunch of people in any of your scenes in your movies?
Those are wise words.
They're very influential.
Someone wise said that. Man, I'm scared of that stuff. When wise people talk like that, when wise people give me wise things, I don't know if it's that good. Yeah, never mind. Next question.
I got one question.
Do it!
If you were at a karaoke bar, what would be your karaoke song, brother?
Anything from CCR.
Can you sing it a little bit?
Did you have a question, or are you just raising your hand and going, CCR, I mean, I shouldn't swear, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Next.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
So I was wondering if on The Walking Dead, if Merle did anything that you wouldn't personally agree with or that you would change. Is that bad?
If Merle did something I do not personally agree with, you even want like 99% of what Merle did? I couldn't even be on the show. I wouldn't be able to act at all. You know what it's called, acting, so, yeah, there are people that come up to me that are quite racist or sexist, and they come up and they're like thinking I'm racist and sexist. They're mistaken. It's acting, and that's what I get paid to do. Yeah, but I do it well. I don't know why. I don't know. Don't ask me. Woman. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, sir. Who's got to be next?
So I just watched this really good movie the other day called Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering how it felt to work with Samuel L. Russell, Howard Booth. How was that?
Val Kilmer and
Yeah.
how it felt to work with those guys? I don't know.
What was your time? I mean, how did you have a
It
good
didn't matter to me
time?
who I worked with.
Did you have a good time? I mean,
If you're not here, you got to ask that question to them because I I don't even consider how it feels to work with somebody. I just don't even care. I just do my thing, and it doesn't matter who the person is.
So how'd you feel about your character? Did you like the character that you played?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sherman is I enjoyed it, but about 80% of the role got cut out. You know, it was a big role, but I learned a big lesson from that movie because I had this absolute amazing subplot that ran all the way parallel through the movie underneath the main plot. But it's a subplot, right? It's really cool subplot that way. I learned that the first thing to go when they run over is the subplot. The subplot was gone. So my character got completely axed out of the movie. So they kept stuff in, but it did, some of it, a lot of it didn't make sense. Like, why would I go to the encampment? You know, like, duh, I'm surrounded by 50 idiots that want to hurt me and do me in, and I just go there and say, hey, by the way, you know, duh. I deserve to be drugged behind the horse, burned and killed, and whatever the hell else they did to me. You know, it didn't make sense, but in the subplot, it made sense. But because the subplot was not there anymore, in the final product, it didn't make sense. And that's what happens when you do those kinds of movies and you play the subplot. It also happens when you do like horror movies and they don't really have enough money to make the monster good. So you're acting your ass off, and all of a sudden the guy in the rubber suit comes out who looks like a guy in a rubber suit. It sucks! You know, so when you do those kinds of movies, you learn your lesson. You're like, what's your budget? Who's doing the CGI? Who's doing the special effects? Who's doing the monster? Who's doing that kind of, don't worry just about your role. Sometimes you gotta worry about, who's making this movie really look good? Who's making the monster really, ugly and mean and violent and something you're gonna be afraid of? Because, man, I gotta tell you, I was not afraid of the monster in hypothermia. I mean, come on, this cat, he was a great actor, great guy inside the rubber suit, but when I'm in the pool and I'm supposed to be drugged down by this creature, and I feel something on my ankle going like this, and I look down, and here's the monster down there drowning. I'm looking at this cat, and I can tell he is gonna die. And so I was a lifeguard for 3 years back in Chicago at Lake Michigan, so I was like, nobody cares. All the other camera people are just filming, and I'm over and I'm looking, and this guy's going up. I could read his body language. His body language was like, finally I go, oh shit. And I go down and I grab him up and I pull him over to the side of the pool and I hold him up. I got my arms around him and he's above water, but I can still feel his body going like, I'm dying. And I look, and I can see inside the monster mask, the water is still up to here. So this guy is drowning even when he's not in the water. I'm like ripping off his head, trying to get the water out. And so, yeah, sometimes you gotta ask, well, this monster is not scary. So no matter how well your work is, no matter how well the other actors are doing their job, the monster ain't scary. That's why. Next question.
So with all the horror movies and The Walking Dead, Call of Duty, how do you think Michael Rooker, the person, could handle an actual zombie apocalypse today?
Silly question. Zombies don't exist. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. No, they do. It's possible. It's very possible. Guys, so what are you laughing at? It is possible. The apocalypse can come here tomorrow. Are you prepared? Who would you? What if outside those doors right now, shit started happening? What would you do? Who would you hang out with? I would gather all the ponies and I would like shoot my gun off, man. I'd pull out my guns and I'd go boom, 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 right? Just to create the little ponies that they would have us stampede. And the little ponies would run zombies and all the creatures that were trying to eat the humans, and they would like fold and little ponies are tough. You can't mess with little ponies. And the wonderful wood ponies called bronies? I don't know. Something like that. But they're tough. When they have to be, they can be really tough. Those little pony kids. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Next question.
Yes, thank you.
Next question.
This is a two-parter. So,
Oh God, two-parters.
The second part's really quick.
Go ahead.
So the character perhaps been more twisted than Merle is Henry Lee Lucas. Now, was that a role that you kind of had to particularly go to a dark place for and mentally prepare for, or was it one you just slipped right into?
I like to tell people I had, there was no rehearsal required for Henry Lee Lucas. And I'll tell you why. It's not because I have some weird, dark, weird thoughts. It's because the guy had this very unique, very, very quiet attitude about him. A very shy individual. And when he sort of reminded me of my dad, the way he spoke. He was very quiet. But when he came into a room and he would just say something, because he was sort of downplayed everything, everybody stopped and listened. And that's the way that character reminded me of the Henry character that I played in my first movie. And so that's how I sort of played that role. I patterned that role after a speech pattern that my dad had. There's more?
Yeah, I got to put my wife on the spot. It's her birthday today. Can
What?
you take Merle a hug? My
Huh?
wife, it's her birthday.
What about it?
Can she get a hug from Merle?
Who?
My wife, right here.
Your wife?
Yeah, can she get a hug for her birthday?
It's her birthday?
Yeah, can she get a hug?
Can she do what?
Can she get a hug?
Can she do a hug?
Yeah, I'm pimping her out on her birthday.
You're pimping your wife out?
She's not
What he said?
I'm a woman.
You gotta love husbands like that. This is strange.
She just want to come up and ask.
She's shy. No, I'll go her, come to the table and I'll give it up.
All right.
Come to my table. After this whole thing is over, I go back and we're gonna sign more autographs and talk and hug and wave and take pictures and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, so tell her to come on over there. What's her name? Rosa. Come over to my table after this Q&A, and you will get a birthday hug and a birthday photo. Rosa, don't listen to your husband. working in this business, money, sometimes, you know, there's a base salary that you get when you're in SAG union, and that starts out, it's pretty reasonable for any full-time job. But the thing is, actors don't work all the time. So you make a certain amount of money. If you save your money, you're going to probably be okay until the next gig. But if you don't save your money, you go out and buy a car, you go out partying all the time. If you decide for some reason you need an agent, manager, a lawyer, a PR person, a manager, every one of these people get a percentage of this, percentage, and then your lovely government takes a really nice chunk of your money, and guess what you got left? Nada. $2 is what you got left. So you gotta be very frugal with your finances as an actor, because an actor, basically, when you think of what we do, we're really self-employed, you know, freelance people. That's what we're, artists. And so, you know, any artists, you gotta save your dough, dude. You're a big poopy. Yeah. And money can be okay, but you better make sure that you don't overextend yourself, so to speak. Yes, next.
If you could go back in any time and meet somebody who inspired you, who would you meet?
I could go back where?
In any time period.
You mean like a Doctor Who fan? If I were a Doctor Who person, and I could go back at any time, well, I guess we could go in any universe too, right? Doctor Who can go anywhere he wants. Right? And find somebody that really inspired you, or inspires you, that could inspire you?
Yeah.
Wow. Who would it be? I don't know. I don't know that people back then. I don't know, Fu Manchu or somebody. Some Chinese cat that you know those Chinese movies that the Shaolin monk can like jump and run over people's heads like that. I would like to go back and talk to one of those guys and figure out how the hell they do that. You know, because nowadays when we do it in the movies, we do it with wires. But you know, back then, those guys could really do it. You know they could. Don't you shake your head at me, woman. I saw people do stuff like that, weird stuff, like control their energy and their power. It's really amazing. I need a real strong guy now. Who's gonna come up? This gentleman right here.
Thank you.
Right here, come on up. Come on, really, he looks very strong, and he's gonna help me. Okay, don't hurt yourself. Okay. I just channeled some Fu Manchu guy. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I know, it's cool. They can do that. They can channel their ki and their chi. They can do all kinds of good stuff. Like big strong people can pick you up and throw you, and then all of a sudden big strong people can't do anything to you, right? You saw it just happen. Thank you, Mr. Fu Manchu. I don't know where you came from, but you're back there somewhere. Anyway, next question.
That was actually the last question.
Go for it.
Oh, that was the last